Hi. This week we were asked to choose a Caldecott award-winning book, and the book that I am going to talk about is The Adventures of Beekle, the Unimaginary Friend. And this book was written by Dan Stantat, and it was also illustrated by Dan Stantat. And it won its Caldecott Award in 2015. This book is a fantasy kind of picture story book. Um, and it is published by Little Brown and Company, and its original copy date is April 2014. This book is appropriate for children aged 3 to 7. It's more for a younger student. The illustrations in this book range from very, very bright and fantastical to kind of dull and muted. They use a bunch of watercolors, ink, even Photoshop at times. And its main character is Beekle, or for a while he goes by just he. And his name ends up being Beekle, and his friend Alice. And in this book, Beekle, or he, is an imaginary friend who is waiting around to be chosen as someone's friend, and it doesn't happen. So he eventually decides to leave and take matters into his own hands, to go find a friend, and goes into the world. I think this is a good book for kids because it kind of says that you don't have to just accept life, to take things into your own hands. And this is a good lesson for kids to just kind of do what they need to do to get what they want, to kind of write your own story, be the person that you want to be versus what you think you have to be, and be in charge of your life. I relate to this because who hasn't felt like life is just leading you? And I think it's a good reminder that we choose our destiny. We can be who we want to be. And we can start to make things happen for ourselves. In this book, the activity is about a little imaginary friend, little Beekle there. You can see him. And he is an imaginary friend waiting to be imagined. And so I thought a good activity for this would be, there's Beekle again, would be for students, because it's geared towards a younger audience, would be for students to, upon completion of this activity, depending on their age range, for children who can't quite write words or write down their thoughts, to maybe just draw an imaginary friend, to be in charge of making a friend, drawing an imaginary friend and imagining him. And then for even our older kids that have started to write and things, they could maybe write down some characteristics that they would want in an imaginary friend, maybe an adventurous friend or a shy friend or a pink rainbow friend, to be in charge of who they make up. And so again, the book is The Adventures of Beekle, the Unimaginary Friend by Dan Stantat. And it was a 2015 Caldecott Award winner. There's a little medal. And that's it. Thank you.